Always Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me.
Welcome to Science Thursday, the only In My Feelings remix / science podcast there is.
Good and new me is really still the real me. I swear you gotta feel me before they try and kill me. They gotta make some choices. They running out of options because I've been going off and they don't know when to stop.
This is on. I've been looking for good remixes since people are actually looking for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good, right?
Track money, Danny. I like champagne, but you love me.
This is, I found it. I was searching things that were posted most recently to try to find stuff that was like not very popular but maybe good. This is on SoundCloud. It's Lady Pista music. It's
Lady Pista?
Yeah, like Lady Pista. It only has 17 plays. I'm like, it's probably me playing it like about 3 times, so not bad.
Yeah.
Still waiting for marine biology to show up. He said he was at the gym and he would answer at this time. However, he hasn't answered.
Huh.
So if you're a regular on the show, you know that we were gone last week. We were in the forest. We thought we would maybe do a Science Thursday from the forest, but we didn't.
Nah.
I really kind of believed that we would.
Did you? I really didn't.
I thought maybe not, but I also thought, like, what else are we going to be doing? I thought we would scrap something together, and I thought we would have fun doing it.
I knew I wasn't going to want to do it, if I'm going to be completely honest here.
We missed both SEO show and that show.
I knew that I wanted to just be on my phone just to take pictures, and that's pretty much what happened. Which ended up being pretty great. Guys, if you don't know who this is Zach Show Live, coming at you from Burbank, California. Happy to be here talking about science, talking about news, talking about what's happening with you and the world around you.
This is a show where I look at a lot of science reporting around the web, and I read it. And then I say, do we want to talk about this or not? And then if I do, I put it on this little Google Doc and I send it over. I send it over to Zach. I send it over to Kyle, which, again, where's Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Do you think we should?
If you guys know where Kyle is, please leave us a review in the Apple Store. That'd be great. We'd love to hear what your thoughts of where he might be. And if you have any information, please reach out to me on Instagram at justzacher, Zachar. Well,
should we try to get him, or do you want to do like a solo story, like just you and me?
That's up to you, but if you wouldn't mind sending me those documents on another platform that is not my phone.
Google.
Yeah,
Hangouts or
whatever works.
Like that.
I mean, I'm on my computer.
I know.
Already.
I thought about that. I was sending them to you on iMessage. I was like, I don't know if you have like it hooked up to your computer, and
I don't. I had a big fucking catastrophe with that. It basically, I was just like texting someone, and then like I started like text. It went to my fucking computer, and then it got like all weird. And they're like, "Why are you texting me from your email?" And then it's like. It was like a fucking person off of like some girl off Bumble, and she was like, "Why are you sending me shit from your email?" And it was just like, it was just weird. I was like, "Oh, I don't know."
So you like
my
disconnected it?
Yeah, so I disconnected it, and yeah, I don't know. That was just like really fucking annoying.
Yeah. So I sent Zach the Google Doc. It's just got like basically just a little headline of what I think it's about, and then the link to it. I only got 6 stories this week because I was like kind of just feeling not like going all out, and usually.
I mean, I think 6 is plenty.
6 might be the good number. We've been dropping since like 10 at first, and then we went to like 9 or 8. I'm going all the way down to 6.
Yeah, I don't think I want more than 6. But speaking of these 6 stories, these 6 science articles are, they're not in one area. We cover all grounds of news and science,
From
science
geology to psychology to neuroscience
to chemistry. I mean,
physics.
I'm talking. We go from everything from 0 Kelvin to 273. That's the whole spectrum. We don't want to miss anything in between, and we never do.
And we also don't want to miss Kyle. He just texted me and he's like, "Are you guys doing it?" So I don't know if he didn't get the ring or what.
Okay, do you want to
shout
call
out
him?
to Anchor? Yeah, I'm gonna recall him, guys. We're gonna cut real quick. I'm gonna put on that remix again, that Drake remix, and we're gonna come back and hopefully Kyle will connect.
Are you riding?
So you were already playing something?
It was my humps.
Oh.
It was sort of like a, for marine biology.
Okay. I get it. I mean, you haven't started your marine biology podcast, so.
Yeah, I know. I honestly should just change the name, something else. I would. Guys, I've honestly been listening to I probably would, but I don't really know. I don't have a piece on much. That's the only problem.
Well, I thought you knew enough about marine biology to start a podcast. We got Zach Show Live back on the line. Oh, fuck. This signal sucks.
Yeah,
Zach.
Dude, whenever you called me that first time, it didn't even let me answer. Dude, Walt's cars go crazy.
I feel like
potatoes, aren't they?
I feel like my signal's all right, though. Maybe you're just in a weird spot.
Mine should be fine.
No, but
Hey, Kyle, do you have someone else there with you?
I don't see him at all. Yeah, we have Matt here in the car, dropping him off.
Okay. Can you hear? Are we on speakerphone?
No, you're on my headphones.
Oh, okay, so you can't hear us. All right. Well, did you get the Google Doc? Did you look at any of these stories, Kyle?
No one ever sent me.
I sent you an iMessage.
Dude, I never got it until. No, I never did. No, you didn't. Wait. Oh, wait, you did. You did. No, you did. Yeah, I just got it. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't show up until now.
All right. Well, we're gonna move into the stories. I'm gonna email it to you so you can open it on a computer.
I see it.
All right.
I see it.
I mean, look, I'm just trying to do you guys a favor. Like before, I didn't. You guys couldn't look at these. It was just me telling you about them. So I made the doc so you guys could have something to look at and reference. But if you don't want it, it's fine.
I mean, I want
it.
Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always, KB.
All right, let's go into the stories. Any of these jumping out to you, Zach, on this list?
I haven't looked at the list yet, so
I can say I know which one's
particular.
speaking to me.
Wait. You don't have the document open either?
I do, yeah, but I literally just opened it as you asked me that question.
Oh.
I just clocked my 8 hours of the day, so now I'm officially on my free time, and I'll tell you right now, eating baby poop? What?
That's the first one? You want to, I guess it is the most clickbaity, huh?
I don't know.
Well, no, or maybe surplus of American sperm.
That's another story.
Let's just go into baby poop.
Well,
what's the title of this article here? Baby feces may be a source of beneficial probiotics. Is this wrong? Oh, baby feces may be a source? Like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
They just dropped the A. Maybe a source of beneficial probiotics. So baby poop. It's a real trend right now to be consuming probiotics. I just drink kombucha. I eat yogurt. I'm concerned about my microbiome, but they're saying that they fed these mice baby poop, like healthy baby poop, and the mice did a lot better.
I mean, I think maybe I don't. I know this isn't a a grammar podcast, but I feel like they probably could have used the A in that title, and I think maybe a mouse would have done.
Yeah,
better
the title is "Baby Feces May Be Source of Beneficial Pro." It's like really newsy. It's like as little as words as possible.
Whatever. So what they're giving this poop to mice?
Well, so they the first that's right, baby poop. Scientists at Wake Forest School of Medicine have developed a probiotic cocktail derived from gut bacteria strains found in infant feces that may help increase the body's ability to produce short chain fatty acids, SCFAs. So you want those things? I don't know. You just want these short chain fatty acids. They take these babies with healthy fecal samples.
Why babies?
Because they have the freshest shit, I guess. It's like, it's like why you drink baby blood, I guess. It's like
baby blood? What?
No, I mean, like, like when they talk about sacrificing infants, it's like veal or whatever. I don't know. We just think.
You're talking about eating babies.
Well, here's like the quote from the doctor. Babies are usually pretty healthy and clearly do not suffer from age-related diseases such as diabetes and cancer, and of course their poop is readily available. So their
microbiome is
their microbiome is so fresh that it hasn't had time to go wrong.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, listen to this crap.
Literally. Get a load of this.
To test the ability of these human origin probiotics to change the gut and microbiome, bacteria that live inside the digestive tract, and their capacity to produce the short chain fatty acids, mice were given a single dose as well as 5 consecutive doses of this 10-strain probiotic cocktail, baby poop. And then the researchers injected the same probiotic mixture in the same doses into human feces medium. The scientists found that single and 5-dose feeding of these selected probiotics modulated the gut biome and enhanced the production of short-chain fatty acids in mouse gut and human feces. So they put it in the mouse gut. They made it that mice eat it, but then I think they just got like human feces and they just put it in there like a sort of like petri dish style thing. They haven't that's how they tested it on people. I don't think they.
How the fuck does that work?
I know that's what I was
the microbiomes just like fucking fart around together.
I guess like the microbiome doesn't need a body to start being healthy.
Right.
So it was just like
bacteria.
I think they just put baby poop on other poop. That's what I'm understanding.
Well, they said the poop medium, so I'm assuming it's just a fucking bowl of poop.
Just like they rubbed the poop cocktail onto the regular poop, and it helped it.
I mean, I don't know who's in charge of this, but this is definitely a stinky job.
Dude, we should honestly maybe contact Mike Rowe.
Who's that?
Yeah. Dirty Jobs.
Dirty Jobs.
Doing fecal transplants. That's one of the episodes.
Yeah, he always says at the end of the episodes, if you have a dirty job.
True. He kind of ran out of dirty jobs. There's a lot of episodes of that.
Yeah, there were a lot.
Dirty Jobs of the Future, a mini series.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I was the only thing I was thinking about when I was reading this was last night I watched this show on Amazon called Dude, You're Screwed, about people trying to survive in the wilderness. They just drop them in a random spot and they have to find human life within 100 hours. This one dude was in bear country and he was a bear expert and he picked up some bear poop and he said, bears have really inefficient digestive systems. This is basically a granola bar. And then he just started eating this bear poop.
Did he actually say that?
That's what he said. He was a bear expert.
Jesus.
I don't think he said it tasted fishy.
Moving on.
Wait, Ryan, did you end up going camping this week?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was fun. It was really hot, and it was in Joshua Tree. It was really hot. I found a Yucca Man, a.k.a. Bigfoot of Joshua Tree footprint. I'll send you the picture. I was walking on Boy Scout Trail. I found a rather large footprint. Zach saw it. I sent him a pic. What'd you think, Zach?
Looked fake.
I found it there. I mean, it could have been fake, but I don't know. Yeah, are you saying like crop circle style? You think it was somebody trying to spread the Yucca Man myth?
I think there might be someone else out there trying to spread the myth.
Yeah, that sounds like a job for freaking Scooby-Doo, honestly.
I was thinking, Zach, would you be interested in going on a midnight, or not a midnight hike, but a like nighttime full moon hike at Josh, where we sort of look for Yucca Man, and like along the walkway, I'm gonna tell stories about Yucca Man, like sightings and stuff. Like I'm gonna learn all about it. It'll be like a Yucca Man search.
I mean, is it just like me and you, or?
Well, whoever wants to come.
Right.
I'll advertise for it. I'm going to make like a hype video advertising. It's going to be September 24th. That's when the next full moon. Well, there's a full moon in a week, but then like a month after that. So I give people to like get ready for this thing. Would you think anybody would be interested in that?
I don't know. Unfortunately, right. I don't.
You know, I went on a ghost tour in downtown Fort Myers once. It wasn't too bad. So I mean, I'd probably do the Yucca Man tour.
It's sort of like we walk out.
Do you see that fucking monster?
What's going on?
Something about an aux cord. What the fuck? This isn't a fucking technology show.
Where?
I mean, I guess it could be. It's like a new, like, innovative aux cord.
It sort of is a technology show. If you see that one, do you see that one article about listening to a computer monitor?
Do that. Something fell right.
What the flip are you guys doing?
I mean,
it's all right. No, I was looking at. There's nothing.
All right.
Well, I gotta go. I'm sorry, bud. I gotta get out of here. I have to get out of here anyway.
Well, are you coming back?
Not you. Not you guys. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Jim. I got your mom find out. That's James about that shit. No, I'm not saying.
I'm kind of confused. I thought this was a podcast.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
You can't even fix that.
Okay, bye, Jamie. I'll talk to you later. Sorry.
Okay. It was hard to. It was cool. It was interesting because we could hear some sounds, some random sounds, and we could imagine what might be happening, but we really didn't know. Whereas this new algorithm can listen to the ultrasonic, below, like beyond the level of human hearing, these sounds that come out of your monitor, and they can piece together what might be on it. Did you see that?
What?
Yeah, it was at a hackathon. Where was it? It was at Crypto 2018 conference in Santa Barbara. They demonstrated this thing where they could listen with even just like shitty microphones. They used a good one, but then they tested it with shitty microphones. Let me read a little bit of this. This is from Wired. The title is Ultrasonic Monitors Ultrasonic.
Do we trust Wired?
Yeah, I'd say so. Wired's fine.
I've seen you rocking a Wired hat. I don't know if you're biased.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't really I don't really care. I guess I don't care where the news source is, but I guess I should. But they're fine. I don't think they're lying to me about this.
Yeah. No. Okay.
This is from Lily Hay Newman. A monitor's ultrasonic sounds can reveal what's on the screen. So the group fed all of this information into machine learning algorithms and training data and began generating increasingly accurate translations of what was on the screen based on the inaudible emanations captured in the recordings. On some zebra patterns and websites, the researchers had a 90 to 100% rate of success. So they meant like they put random like black and white patterns in different websites on the screen, and then they, as like the things that they were testing, and the machine could figure out what it was. The group then expanded its work, training the system to decipher letters and words on screen. While a much more challenging task, words don't follow reliable visual patterns like the layout of a website, the researchers could generate reliable results for a large font, for words in a large font, and black words on a white screen are similar in many ways to zebra stripes. And while there are countless word combinations, there are still only 26 letters in the Roman alphabet for the system to learn. So yeah, they figured out what people were typing, I guess.
So, what does this mean in the bigger scope of things?
They said, I don't know, the conclusion of this article is like, there are kind of easier ways to like spy on people than this, but we just never even thought of this as a possibility. So it's like, wow. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I guess it's basically saying that it could read like titles of articles or something, right? So it couldn't even read that well.
Say you're like in someone's office, or you can get into you can record the sounds in someone's office, but you can't get a picture. If you can get those sounds, if you could sneak a microphone into there, then I guess you could listen to the ultrasonic sounds of their microphone or their monitor, and see like hear what they're writing. I guess using the sounds, like being able to just see what's on the display.
Yeah, I mean, could you like tell if they're like watching porn or something?
I don't think so. It sounds like it's like it's good at like high contrast shit. Know what I mean?
Maybe if
somebody's
you're
like doing
watching,
some like. Can you hear somebody doing yard work?
Just I heard it for just a second when you closed the door.
Oh my God.
I mean, hey, the grass grows. You got to cut it. Am I right?
Did you see marine biology dropped?
No.
Yeah, he dropped like 10 minutes ago.
Fuck. Really?
Yeah. He said he was listening to our shows a lot while cleaning pools. He's like sort of our biggest fan, but it seems like
I guess he's more of a fan.
He doesn't really want to be on it. He doesn't want to ruin it. He just wants to listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just busy and shit. I don't know.
Look, we're doing the show around his workout schedule.
Yeah, I would have preferred to do it earlier.
Wow.
Guys, what time do you want to hear the show? What time would you like to be on? And if you would like to be on it, why don't you go and say something on the reviews or contact us through Instagram or however you'd like to contact us.
Sweet.
I think it's good to have a guest on the show. I think that we should start trying to reach out and get more guests. And you know what? Maybe I'll try to get my friend Peter next week. He was interested.
Okay.
He wanted to get on Anchor, and I think I could convince him. He seemed like he was interested when I told him.
Should I just call somebody random right now? Like,
I mean, we could call Nick. It's like 8:00 there. He actually might be down to
right.
clown. And,
I'm gonna try to call back Kyle and Nick when we get back.
All right.
Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always. Bad bitches, they be kissing in a way, kissing in a way, kissing in a way. I show them how they network, but they Netflix chill. What's up, network? And I'm down for you always.
Kiki.
Down for you, down for you always.
Yeah, in my feelings. That's what's up.
All right. That's to satisfy the people that are looking for an In My Feelings remix. Now let's get back into the science. I tried to call Nick, but I realized he still didn't answer me. He still didn't add me. So.
Yeah,
that takes a while.
I had to call mom and break the news that someone dented the top of her car. So.
Oh.
Damn.
I mean, brand new car, dude. I have no idea. It looks like someone hit it with a baseball or something.
Whoa.
And I know somehow I was gonna get blamed for it, so I had to tell her first. Trust me, somehow I probably still am gonna get blamed for that, even though I didn't do shit.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe something fell out of the sky like a rocket. You know what I'm saying?
I don't doubt it. I really don't know what hit it, but it seems like I don't know.
Well,
we might have to go to the moon and back to figure it out.
It turns out we're gonna try to keep moons. Can you guys hear the leaf blower in the background right now?
Yeah, I can.
It's so loud. There's a dude out here with a leaf blower.
I can't hear it.
Sounds like a SpongeBob episode. Classic.
Oh yeah, I do hear it.
That's actually
so loud. He's right
that's
there.
actually.
Should we get him on the podcast? Try to get him on the podcast.
That's actually episode 2.
Hey, leaf blower guy.
Dude, I think he's almost done.
I'd like to know some science about blowing leaves. I'm sure there's a science to it.
Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay.
'Tis the season, I guess.
Yeah, I guess something that happened, we were talking the other day about on the SEO show about what happened while we were in the woods. Because we were away from internet for a while, like what big news would have happened, or what big news happened while we were gone.
Right.
And they found water on the moon. Well, they thought there was water on the moon for a long time, but they found like a lot of water.
Like how much? Like a couple gallons, or?
I don't know. They actually didn't say a number, but if you look at the article, it's I sent the article from The Verge, but if you look at the pictures, like halfway down,
Yeah.
you can see like the blue spots on these like images. They're on the poles.
Aha.
They say they're on the inside of the craters on the poles, and these spots on the moon never see the sunlight, and so they always stay negative 250 degrees.
So are these in the core, or are we talking? Is this land mass?
No, these are on the surface. It's like frozen water. They don't know how dirty it is. It might be like
this looks like a mountainous region.
Well, it's inside a crater. So sort of craters are mountains in a way. Like edges of craters.
Yeah,
sort of like they're sort of reverse mountains.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what are we gonna do?
So I guess I didn't know this, but like you can use water for rocket fuel. I had no idea. Like this article
that
never
sounds false.
Nah, I guess you can.
I want to kind of get a fact check on that one.
I guess you can.
Let's see. Can I read something from this? What do you think would be a good?
Maybe like the third paragraph on here. That's like the whole thing. The whole point of this article is like the moon can be a place to refuel and has lower gravity, so it's like we won't, like, a lot of fuel is wasted on escaping the Earth's just the Earth itself, and so once you use all that fuel, you're out of it, and it's hard to go anywhere else. So it'd be cool to like refuel once you get into space, and that could be like the moon with this water. So that's what they're psyched about, I guess.
Don't they just want to get water because they're like, we're running out, so we need another source?
No, that's not what this says. It's just rocket fuel. They said it won't be for another, like, it's going to be like probably 20-ish years before this idea is even like real, I think. But fuck. You want to read that third paragraph, I guess? The biggest and most immediate application for your lunar water. I think it's you that are cutting out.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything cut out.
It's like I haven't heard Zach in a while.
I think you have a bad reception.
I didn't really say anything.
He hasn't.
Oh, I don't see where this
he hasn't talked to spoken in a while.
But perhaps.
What are you talking about? Yeah, but perhaps, yeah.
But perhaps the biggest and most immediate application for lunar water is making rocket propellants. The main components of water.
Yeah, he's talking.
Oh, I can't hear him at all.
Are you kidding me?
I can't hear him.
Fuck.
What the hell?
Why? What?
Can you hear me now?
It's weird. I can hear you, but I can't hear him.
Oh my god. Anchor. We're gonna be right back. Whoops.
You love me? Are you riding? Say you never had it. And I need you. And I'm down for you. Always play me.
Science Thursday.
Say you never have it.
But perhaps the biggest and most immediate...
Can you hear him now, Kyle? Okay.
Yeah.
But perhaps the biggest and most immediate application of lunar water is making rocket propellant. The main components of water, hydrogen and oxygen, are two of the biggest materials used to power rockets right now. And making rocket propellant out of water on the moon could drastically cut down the cost of doing ambitious missions to space. Right now, rockets leaving Earth must carry all the propellant they need with them, there and back. But by leveraging lunar ice, rockets could potentially refuel once they get to space, allowing them to reach distant locations for less money. And I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to save a couple bucks.
Kyle, are you like flipping pancakes or something right now? What's that sound? Sounds like something.
I'm in the grocery store.
Oh my god, it's so loud.
I have to.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one.
That's big news.
But
Kyle,
that's
you're
cool.
you're on thin ice, buddy. This is just becoming ridiculous. Let's get back into it. I'll tell you, about 5,000 years ago, there wasn't grocery stores to go to, and 5,000 years is a long time.
Okay, we lost Kyle.
Okay. Let's see then. Like, what do you think about, I don't know, mass graves? How do you feel about that?
I guess they're pretty creepy, like the ones that you see, like, you know, that one like place, I don't even know where it is, but there's like a stack of like bones, like basically a wall made of bones, just human bones.
That is really fucking brutal, but kind of awesome. I don't know. Anyways,
do you think
what?
do you think that it's possible that humans can live without hierarchy? That's sort of the question in this article, I guess.
No, I don't. Nah, probably not.
Do you think there always got to be like some sort of class system, or like it's gonna be hard to shake that or something?
Yeah, that's just, I don't foresee it.
That's kind of what this
I don't know.
whole...
I can't see it without it. It just doesn't exist.
I would say, like, I think that's kind of the way it sort of feels natural for us to think. But lately, you know, since the people talking about the end of capitalism, pro-socialism, all this stuff, I don't know. I mean, we're looking for evidence of like, oh yeah, I guess it hasn't always been sort of like classist or something like that. And so that's sort of the subject of this. It's ancient
this
burial
article
pits.
here on Science or New York Times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the last one, I'll just say, yeah, from Verge, Lauren Grush.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is from New York Times. I found it on a different site, but this New York Times one was written better.
And I'm seeing these beautiful little almost beads or ornaments.
Yeah, they're
here.
beautifully colored beads and stuff.
They're
And the
earrings.
title is Ancient Burial Pits Reveal Sophisticated Rituals. Hundreds of bodies were packed tightly in carved out bedrock marked by pillars of signed, organized monumentality by some East Africa's earliest herders. So, yeah, this is roughly 5,300 years ago.
And
there's a mass grave with, they said,
oh my God,
about 1,000 people in the grave. Are you looking at more pictures somehow?
Yeah, there's a picture at the bottom. Lothagam North Pillar. Looks kind of crazy. I don't know. It's not.
Oh, the North Pillar site.
Well, yeah, go on.
Yeah, so they're all buried in this pit, and I guess their inference is because this pit seemed to be just all kinds of people, that it seemed of, let me look at this. It was truly a place that accommodated all ages and life stages. It wasn't reserved for a chosen few or people of special high status. Everybody was accommodated there. And they said that basically this was like a really like hierarchy-less sort of like monument to the people, like the richest people or something, or in the poorest people or whatever. Any kind of person, it seemed to have no rhyme or reason, you know? It was just kind
How
of
many people was it?
About 1,000.
I mean, couldn't that have just been a mass murder?
I don't think that's what they said. It was like over time, and that it was this group of people that it was sort of like a sacred place. But I don't know why this thing that might have been like a part of their society doesn't necessarily mean that they were hierarchy-less, you know? I mean, this might have been a place. I don't
know how they're suggesting that so hardly. Like, maybe these were all the people that just fucking went there. I don't know. Like, so a lot of people. It's not that many.
So let me read another quote. From start to finish, over a period of what was at least several centuries, people were demonstrating a high degree of intentionality and planning and careful implementation of this idea that everyone should be buried together in this singular location. So I think it was really conscious. In archaeology, we used to understand that monumental construction were associated with sedentism and food and or labor surpluses commandeered by elites. This was part of the mainstream narrative about the rise of civilization, meaning like, yeah, once you have like big monuments like this, it's usually associated with like class and like elite people doing like the big shit. But this was sort of like a community coming together to make this construction, you know?
Come together.
Yeah.
Right now.
What? Listen to that. They said that they all had like unique. They all had like they on one hand they're building this vast communal cemetery that required a ton of labor to create for several centuries. On the other hand, they've got this crazy personal idea of style where everybody decorates themselves in their own personal eclectic way. So I guess they all had really crazy, like those gems you saw at the top, those like colorful beads.
They look cool.
They said that all of them were dressed in like crazy color beads, all very unique to themselves. Like each person had a unique personality, but there was this like uniformity and like seemingly no order, whatever, hierarchy-lessness to this monument that they're placed within. So one man was buried with a headdress decorated with what researchers figured out were 400 carefully arranged gerbil teeth. He probably wore the headdress during life. Yeah, so I'd love to see more pictures of this, you know?
Yeah, or maybe they just dressed them up like that for when they died, you know?
I don't know. So, I mean, I would tend to believe it. I went to like the actual page, like the research science article, but I had to like pay, so I couldn't see more of it. I don't know if there were more pictures that I could have seen. You know, would have loved to see it.
Shit. Well, let's move on. Do we have anything lighter?
That was pretty light-ish.
Was it? I don't think so. It's kind of creeping me out now.
What about? Let me see. We only have like 2 things left.
All right, let's go. Which one do you want to go to?
I guess the sperm is a little lighter.
Okay, let's blue it on over to this one. This article out of The Guardian: America's hottest export, sperm. And we have a picture of some storks.
It's actually America's hottest export, sperm.
Just the opposite. America's hottest export, sperm? That's how I want to read it.
It is sperm, sort of. Well, okay, so
so we have the image here of a couple storks with carrying babies, and the the classic little thing that they're carrying the baby in is the American flag, and they're flying over the globe. Yeah. So
these are American babies being exported worldwide by space storks.
Is this like fucking like child fucking slavery or like fucking sex traffic? Like what is this?
Nah, all it is like
foreign people want American sperm.
The way that this article starts, just to explain the sort of situation everyone's in, is like they say this Australian woman wanted some sperm, and she had very few choices in Australia. She had like 10, and she wasn't even happy with them. But the doctor was like, if you get American
why did
sperm,
she only have 2? Or why was there only 10?
Because there's like a lot more. There's a lot more law. So like this whole article is like the laws in both the U.S. and Denmark, and they both say both the U.S. and Denmark brag that they're the number 1 supplier of sperm, but it's like unsure who is.
Right.
But
it's
everybody.
But
there's so much. There's so much of it that like if you really want a good choice, then you get one of like either American or Denmark,
because it's just a vast
more people.
It's a vast pool of sperm.
Yeah, you can dive right into all those results. And
there's a picture of a guy taking off like a cap to a sperm tank, and it's like liquid nitrogen, so it's like flowing out. But like the piece in the middle is just this big white kind of like ice cube thing, and I'm just picturing this being just a block of sperm.
It's just a big frozen block of sperm.
That's like one guy's like over a couple months. He's like, yeah, this is one of our best. This is one of our best American sperms right here.
So
what's your opinion on donating sperm? Like, would you do it?
I guess. Well, they said one of the reasons why the U.S. is
you got that good American sperm. I mean, right? Like,
they said one of the reasons the U.S. is number one is because they pay for it, and other countries have this like altruism law where it's like you should just do it because you want to, and like there shouldn't be a cash incentive. And so
okay.
it's not that way. The U.S. and Denmark, I think, yeah, they're paid $30 to $130 per sample. So that's pretty good. I mean, $130
for people that live in the U.S.
Yeah.
How much?
Well, at most $130
a pop.
A pop, right? That's like pretty easy.
I need to fucking implement that like once a day into my schedule.
They said one thing is anonymity laws for donors. Mm-hmm. They say most European countries don't allow anonymity, and most people want it. So yeah, so like they allow U.S. people to be anonymous, and that's like a big thing. Although they said the trend is changing, and a lot of people, some people are going like, if the child wants to know, then you can get it. Like that's the only like exception,
right?
But yeah, there's just a few things that just make it so that these are just like the laws and the conditions are just, and people want like one thing they mentioned is like people want white babies. Like that's like a big thing too.
I've actually like looked into donating sperm, and I kind of found out that like I have like a disability because my eyes are so bad that I don't think anybody wants it.
Wow.
It's kind of true though. Like there are certain things that you like probably want to, and having like good vision is kind of a big thing.
Yeah, true.
Like my vision
you have
is
to be
garbage.
Pretty perfect.
Like there
I think
is no
mine's
way.
Pretty bad too. I think even mine would be bad.
I think that we have a dominant shit eye gene.
True.
And I think that anybody that I would happen to make is gonna get that, and they could get it pretty bad too. They could get it as bad as old Pops. And old Pops is legally blind.
What do you mean, Papa?
No, I'm talking Zach.
Oh, well, yeah, our grandpa, he got, he had like, what did he have that he had to get like that?
He had cataracts. That's a
common
common thing for like, that's not uncommon. Like, I'm probably going to get cataracts like a bitch. Like, I just know it.
Well, he claimed once he got his cataract surgery, they has 20/20 in that eye.
I mean, maybe then before cataracts, his eyes were probably fucking fine.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, I think in addition to that, you kind of have to be like Ivy League. Like, there's a pretty high bar for it, I think.
Right. You got to be smart. You have to be like good looking.
Because it's like, and it sucks because it's like if you have all those things, you probably don't need to also donate sperm. Like that's not like,
yeah.
That's why it makes that like $130 like thing like almost like what kind of, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe
like,
what if
you really
maybe
need that $130, dude? Come on.
Maybe I should have like done really well in school and gone to an Ivy League and then I just full time donate sperm. Like I do nothing else, but like I was smart. I have good eyes and other stuff, and that all I do is donate sperm like to a bunch of different banks. I'm collecting like $1,000 a day, maybe.
That'd be pretty tight. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend that's not, because that's cool. I mean, I'm sure you'd be like, all right. I'm sure there'd be a point where like, all right, I'm fucking done with this.
Maybe.
But yeah, so that's cool, I guess. So we got some good sperm. Is there anything else we need to get out of this?
I mean, not really. It's just crazy that like, I mean, if anybody says that they from another country that, oh yeah, we had a donor or we got a sperm donor, it's like very likely it's either Denmark or the U.S., which is just kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Just like just dudes in these two countries are shooting their sperm all over the world.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
Kind of, I mean.
I kind of like wish that I could just, drop a couple like eggs off in like random ass places, and then like just see them one day and be like, "Whoa, you look just like me." You're like, "Wow, you turned out really interesting."
It would be
cool.
if it, like no like just to like it would be cool to mix your DNA, see what it looks like without all the responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of the coolest science projects you can do.
Technically, there's nothing. You didn't do anything wrong, technically, but like, I don't know. I think I don't know.
Would you do would you do the thing where it's anonymous except for if the kid is like, "Oh, I want to see him"?
Yeah, probably.
You'd do that anonymous version. Yeah, I guess you'd have to. You'd be kind of a jerk.
I think that's probably
the least you can do.
Okay, right, exactly. But yeah. So let's move on to this last articolo here. Rapid onset gender dysphoria. This is a source out of Brown University and on Science Daily.
I'm gonna do a trigger warning because this is sort of like, I think the point, like basically, like this, they're quick to say a new study suggests or more research is needed. Like this is like
that's another one of these guys
where they're like, this is a trend that we're seeing. Maybe we're
right.
wrong.
So this is one of those ones where it's like, all right, cool. Like, let's get some more info.
Yeah. So basically, it's from Brown University. So speaking of Ivy League, like this is like it's an Ivy League school saying this. They're saying basically that these kids experience gender dysphoria. I'll tell you what that is.
Gender dysphoria. I just want to guess what that is first.
Okay.
It's like you don't know what gender you are?
Sort of, yeah, I guess. Gender dysphoria is defined as the emotional distress a person feels because the difference between their experienced gender identity and their sex observed at birth.
So basically they identify as the opposite.
Yeah. You feel,
and they're just basically like their mental struggle is like this.
Yeah, you're a dude.
You've
been a dude your whole life. You have a penis, but
like
you
nightmare.
just feel like I'm a girl though, or you have a vagina, but you're like, but I'm a dude. That's gender dysphoria.
Can you imagine that though? I really can't. It's kind of hard to imagine.
Nah, because I never felt like I didn't feel like a dude really hard or a girl really hard.
Yeah, but like, okay. Whatever.
I felt like gender dysphoria, like only that, like I felt like I really didn't want to be the dude things. I felt like I'm not like into monster trucks that much, really.
Yeah,
like a lot of the dude stuff that was expected.
I fucking love monster trucks.
A lot of no, but just like a lot of the gender expectations, I kind of am annoyed by having to perform sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but it's not like I would prefer the girl ones either. It says, okay, that Littman surveyed more than 250 parents of children who suddenly developed gender dysphoria symptoms during or after puberty. She said she wanted to better understand the phenomenon, which seems to be on the rise, but had been considered atypical even just a few years ago. And like a trend that she saw was more than 80% female at birth, in range between 11 and 27 years old at the time of survey, with an average age of 16. Additionally, 47% of the children were reported as academically gifted, and 41% expressed a non-heterosexual orientation prior to their dysphoria symptoms. Most of the respondents were female and white and U.S. residents. So,
this is just white girls?
It's mostly white girls, mostly academically gifted, usually right when puberty hits.
So these are like white girls that are like, feel like dudes.
Yes. They said most of this, like the biggest group is 80%.
Well, I think that was the group that they did, though. What that sounds like they did. Or did they do more like a deeper dive and there was like fucking other races and it was just all white people.
I think they just had all white people in this.
Okay, that's what I thought too, but I just want
to. So 80% of the parents reported observing none of these indicators in their children before puberty. And so, I don't know. Like, I'll tell you what, there's like kind of what they're saying is like they're not sure if this is like, okay, is this real, or are they just experiencing regular puberty shit and confusion? And because it's like this whole idea that your gender might be wrong is like in vogue right now, they just go with it really fast. Like, that's the problem. That's kind of what this is saying, and I think that's why they're saying
that's really interesting.
Because but the thing is, like, I don't know. I think maybe actually probably a lot more people. But I don't know. I also think because it's all girls, and I'm like, of course they don't want to be girls.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel harmonious with my gender type. It's because you're a fucking slave to men. I mean, no duh. I wouldn't want to be a girl either. I would strongly clash with what is expected of me too.
Yeah.
So like, it's part of that is like I'm like, yeah, it's because like basically.
Would you get a dick put on if you were a girl just because?
No, but I would understand why you would want to like
kidding.
be like the character of.
Yeah, I understand.
But maybe I don't know. Maybe they are dudes. I mean, maybe there's just like way more people that are dudes, and like maybe there's just like a lot of girls that are dudes in their head. You know, we don't know.
We don't. But one thing we do know is that every Thursday we're here to tell you guys what's going on in the news, and this has been really interesting and introspective.
Want me to read like the actual thing?
Yeah. Among
the noteworthy patterns Littman found in the survey, 21% of parents reported their child had one or more friends become transgender identified around the same time, and 20% reported an increase in their social media use. I feel like that's like okay.
Yeah, right.
I mean, a lot of people are using social media. I don't know. Around the same time as experiencing gender dysphoria symptoms, and 45% reported both.
I mean,
so the pattern of clusters of teens in groups becoming transgender identified, the group's dynamics of these friend groups, and the two types of advice viewed online led to their hypothesis that friends and online sources could spread certain beliefs. Examples include the belief that non-specific symptoms, such as feeling uncomfortable in their own skins or feeling like they don't fit in, which could be part of normal puberty or associated with trauma, should be perceived as gender dysphoria, the belief that the only path to happiness is transition, and the belief that anyone who disagrees with the teen is transphobic and should be cut out of their life. So they're basically saying it's just a path to, it's like looked at as like, why am I so confused? Oh, I'm the wrong sex. Okay, go. I don't know.
I think the one thing I have to say is, get back to work, basically.
You think?
I mean,
that
vague.
Is what they say. More research is needed. I mean, do you think this is one person who just was like, I don't think anybody's really the wrong sex. It's just cool to be the wrong sex right now. Let's see if that's true. And then they kind of went in with that bias and sort of saw that pattern themselves. Maybe
it's interesting though. I mean,
but it is new. It is
interesting. So I mean, it does spark a conversation, which is
that's why I did trigger warning, because it's like I think this is exactly what the alt-right wants to believe. That it's all in everyone's head, Like,
is it
really,
bad that I just kind of like went
right?
I went with it so easily.
It's because it's so I don't know.
It's just you just want to make a correlation and understand like something fully. I mean, that's
there's
science,
some more information in this article. Read it. I don't know if you disagree with it. I mean, tell them. I don't know. They say a new study more recent.
Let us know if you guys disagree with this and what you think. Like, put it in a rating.
Do you think I should call this episode something about that so that I like attract some alt-right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, what would be the most clickbait
gender
saying?
Dysphoria.
people aren't real or something, or like it has to be something like
Probably can't be that.
yeah, it can't be
but
that. Gender
dysphoria.
But nobody knows what gender dysphoria is. Do they? Is that a popular term?
Probably.
All right, we'll just do maybe like in my feelings, gender dysphoria hoax. No, gender dysphoria. I don't know. Any ideas?
Well, that's all the science we have for today.
Well, this is the. You don't want to. Usually, I come up with the names after we hang up, but I thought maybe we could brainstorm a little bit.
Gender dysphoria. Moon, water.
What?
Poop. I'm just.
Oh, you're trying to
listing
combine
off
all the
topics.
things.
Yeah.
I guess yeah.
Poop dysphoria. Probiotic. Gender. Probiotic. Graveyard dysphoria. Graveyard of baby poop.
All right, at least something like that.
Grave. Let's see. Moon baby.
I think it just has to be one thing, like eating, like.
Okay, here, hold on. Give me. Like, let me do this one here. Moon rocket poop hierarchy dysphoria sperm. It's one thing from every article.
Yeah, I think it's just to be like eating like baby poop.
How about graveyard sperm?
Graveyard sperm remix. All right, that is pretty. It's kind of mysterious, I guess. I guess people would just assume it's like that you're talking about a sock or something.
Yeah, maybe 5,000-year-old graveyard sperm.
All right. Well, that was about. I don't know. I don't even think we've been talking for an hour, but look, it's good length.
Yeah, no, that's appropriate.
I think it's maybe been about an hour. So
I think it's probably been about 50 minutes.
This has been Science Thursday. Go listen to Lady Pista remix this track. It's pretty good. I mean, if you have to keep hearing it, it's cool. You could listen to remixes of Drake tracks until you die and never hear the same one, I think, right now. I bet there's so many remixes.
That's the day and age we live in.
She worked like probably like a week. I don't even know how long she took to make this, but only 24 people have listened at this point.
I have a non-science question to ask you.
What?
Are you watching the LP fight?
Oh, Logan Paul versus KSI. I saw that.
we gotta watch it.
We have to pay $10 to watch it.
I mean, where do we watch it?
YouTube.
All right. I mean, let's fucking do it.
Saturday. Guess what time it's so long. I just watched the video about how to watch it. Actually, it was a 3-minute video on Logan Paul's channel. Yeah. Because like I actually didn't know how to. I was like actually wondering the same thing. Like, how should I watch this? Kind of a good service they did there.
Yeah.
But the fight starts at 5:30 p.m. in England, but that's 9:30 a.m. in the United States. And the first fight doesn't even start. Like Jake, it starts streaming at 9:30 a.m. 3 hours later, Jake fights, and then I think like 2 hours later, I can't remember, Logan fights. This is like an all-day event. This is like a long broadcast. It seems to be around like 6 hours. Like, and what are they gonna do for those first 3 hours?
Damn, I don't even think I could actually watch it. I'm supposed to do something Saturday.
Yeah. Why? Well, yeah, it's all day almost.
Yeah.
We'll
I mean, like, actually, I like kind of like two things planned. Although I really kind of want to watch it, but
I kind of do too, and I might.
You definitely will.
You think I will?
I might do it.
What else am I going to do?
I'm supposed to shoot a sketch. I'm supposed to shoot a sketch, but it might not happen.
Okay.
And if that's the case, then I'm gonna definitely watch it.
Maybe we'll do a special cast about the fight, and like everything that led up to it, because I haven't watched everything that led up to it, but maybe I'll kind of do a little bit more research to like see all the videos, because they've made like diss tracks on each other.
I watched both diss tracks today. They're
It's just
fine.
like annoying because it is like just like they said, it's just like wrestling, but it's exactly that now, except for like instead of taking place like every Monday night, Thursday night, or whatever, you know, on Monday Night Raw, or like I forget the other.
But what's gonna be after?
on
I like
various
this
contents.
guys. This just turned into Jake Paul, Logan Paul conversation. So,
do you think that we should maybe clickbait this one? Drake in My Feelings,
Feelings, KSI, Logan Paul versus
KSI remix. I would love to see if we get like suddenly.
You maybe should, but
yeah, I mean,
what was I gonna say?
Yeah, I will watch it just you know, for the sake of having a good episode. I think we have so much Logan knowledge. It's like if something big happened in black holes, Stephen Hawking had to say something about it. We're kind of the Stephen Hawkings of Logan Paul and the Paul brothers, so it's almost like a courtesy to humankind to comment on the event.
I'm just trying to think, what is he gonna do after this fight? You know what I mean? Like there's got to be some.
That's gonna be the big question. Is like, how well is this gonna do? Is something like paradigm shifting gonna happen during the fight? Like, is it actually literally a fight? Is it rigged? Or is this, because this is like part of his redemption from the Suicide Forest, is for some reason this is it. I don't know why he decided
right.
a boxing event.
I love that. Yeah,
like...
He said that when he was talking to Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
Which I think is just fucking hilarious.
Like, he's like, I'm so sorry about the Suicide Forest, so I'm gonna fight this other YouTuber and try to make a lot of money on it. $10 per kid.
Holy shit. They're going to make so much money.
Maybe, but maybe not. I mean, I think they will. $10 is not much. $10 is enough that any kid could probably get that from their parent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they'll probably make a lot of money, and I don't know. Do you think they're going to do more of these fights after this?
I don't know.
Because it's really going to depend on what happens, I think. That's why I guess I'm excited.
What?
It's really going to depend on what happens.
You think Logan Paul is going to like join the fucking like WWE?
Is wrestling still big?
Kinda.
Then maybe?
Maybe probably not, but like I don't know.
You think Airplane Mode's going to come out after this?
Is that his movie?
Yeah, it's a movie that they've been teasing for 3 years or more.
Do you think they actually made it?
I think my conspiracy about Airplane Mode is they made it, and I bet there's so many immature and dumb jokes like that would not fly in a post-Suicide Forest world.
Right.
And also, I think the movie was also way more disjointed than he thought it was, and I bet it's like kind of insane. Like the editor's like, this isn't a movie. Like, I think it's like a really like Freddy Got Fingered scenario, but Tom Green was forced to release Freddy Got Fingered, but Logan Paul doesn't really have to release this terrible movie he made.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I'd love to see it.
Maybe it's really good, though. I have this...
Yeah. I feel like it actually might be good.
He's teasing it as like, we just got to put a little more polish in it. They got the CGI
Did he say that
people
recently?
going. Not really recently, but that's kind of the last thing he said about it. Was like it was stuck in CG. They were doing a lot of CGI, and that was taking
funny as shit.
Taking a while. So I guess they're just CGIing a whole new movie, or my guess.
That really probably is it. Like, we're just gonna redo it.
So this has been the Science Podcast. I guess the next time we'll talk to you is maybe a Saturday night after the fight. We'll do a little wrap up.
That could be cool. Yeah.
All right. This has been Science Thursday. I'm Ryra Plato. Shout out to Science Friday. I've been listening to it a lot lately. Loving it. We had marine biology earlier at the grocery store and with his friends. We have Zach Show live here. Usually we have Tree. Maybe she'll be back next week. Yeah. Anything else we need to say? Oh, I can't. I would want to do the thing where I turn on where you can just pay me directly in Anchor, but unfortunately, we've used so much copyrighted music that is like you can't do this unless
That sucks. Oh yeah, I was meant to tell you we got to make our own songs.
Yeah, it sucks.
We have to make.
They said
our
they
own
could automatically.
remixes.
They said they would automatically mute the stuff with the copyrighted music, but that would be like half of our show.
I wonder what it would sound like.
I didn't want to just like. I don't know if I could keep the original. You know, I'd love to hear what it would.
Are they just gonna like put it in like random like little sounds?
I think they would just do silence. I honestly think it would just be silence.
Yeah, probably. I kind of want to see what that would sound. I just want to see what that would sound like.
I can ask John. I'll ask him. And maybe it'd be cool if they could just like take the noise print of the song, of the copywritten song, and somehow just like remove it. You know what I mean? And then it would just be like not there. I think John could do that. He's kind of like an audio wizard like that. Like he could maybe do that.
Yeah.
But I don't think they could do that with like just a computer program. I think they're just going to turn it down. But yeah, so I guess we got to start using non-copyrighted music if we want to get paid in Anchor.
Fuck. That really fucks up Zach's show live.
Yeah, it does. Music Monday.
Yeah, it's all copywritten material. That's the show.
Yeah, the thing is, we never thought we could make money doing this, so we didn't.
I did, but I never thought about all the copywritten material I've been using. But like, I'm doing them a service. Like, I'm just spreading the word about their songs. Like, they're not.
And yeah, like, and we talked about this before. Paul Simon for the SEO show. Paul Simon he's a fan of the show, and he asked us to use Call Me Out, but he said that he called me. He asked me to do that just on the phone. So it's like
he actually called me Al. Like that's how freaking cool he is.
So it's just like so annoying, and yeah, we'll figure something out.
All right, let's play it out.
Okay, we don't do anything else at the end of this show? I'm having I'm getting back to my real life is like kind of hard. I was having a hard time typing today.
This is it. We do science and then we get back to our lives where we study science.
All right.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you and I need you. Baby, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you and I need you.